Okay, good afternoon, y'all. I am doing another 3-ingredient quick meal. I'm sure everybody's had Salisbury steak and brown gravy and mashed potatoes. So this is the easy, quick way of doing it. Yes, you can take your hamburger meat and you can put breadcrumbs in it and you can put your onions and all that and make your patties, or you can do it like I'm doing it. I just make my hamburger patties and I sprinkle. I'm getting over bronchitis, y'all, so just excuse my voice. I just put salt and I pepper them. Okay, and I put some mixed up salts on them. I know that looks like a lot, but it's going to cook in with the brown gravy. And I do a little bit of garlic as well. Okay, so on this, then I turn around and I put this in a pan, put this on high, and we're going to put I put a little bit extra virgin olive oil on the bottom, and that's going to be more for the onions and onion mix than anything. So we're going to brown these patties with some onion mix. Give me just a second. I forgot to cut open the onion mix. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, if you don't have the seasoning blend, the frozen seasoning blend, you can cut up a small onion, probably I would say half an onion to a whole small onion. Just put you some olive oil or canola oil, something on the bottom, so that it will cook your onions along with the meat. Once this is browned, I'm going to put in my brown gravy, and I am making to go with it mashed potatoes. So all of this is 3 ingredients, something quick. You probably have all this in your refrigerator. You can get this meal done probably within 30 minutes. So let me get this browned and I'll show you how I mix up my brown gravy. Just to kind of do a quick, while these are browning, the patties are browning and cooking through, you are going to kind of make sure you kind of stir your onions and things around so they don't burn. You don't want them to burn, but you do want them to caramelize along with the meat. It just makes a really, really good flavor to your gravy. And then your patties, you got kids or grandkids, they're like, oh, this has onions in it. Well, this way the patty itself doesn't have onions in it, and they can eat the patty even if they don't eat the gravy. So anyway, I just wanted to go over that. You do need to make sure you keep stirring around your onions. This is almost to the point where I'm going to be putting in the brown gravy, so I'll be all right. So the patties are brown, and as you can see, the onions are also browned and caramelized. So in your brown gravy, it calls for 1 cup, but two cups. The reason why is because 1 cup, when you add it to your meat gravy like this, it's going to get super, super thick really, really quick. Well, this way you're going to have more gravy, and it's still going to thicken up, I promise. So I turn this down to a medium low because I'm going to cover this and let this simmer, finish cooking, and all the brown gravy getting thick. So I'm going to start my mashed potatoes. As you can see, it's already starting to thicken from what I put in here. So I'm just going to leave this for a minute. I'm going to do my potatoes. My potatoes, I use water. Some people use, like I've said before, they use chicken broth and things like that. I just use water, salt, and pepper, about 4 tablespoons of butter, and I put a little bit garlic powder in here. So I'm going to get this boiled down, and once this is done, I usually put sour cream, milk, and butter in here, and a little bit of cheese. So let me get this all done, and I'll show y'all when it's done. Okay, so after your potatoes are cooked, I added salt and pepper and butter to my water. So I tasted my potatoes, and they are salty enough, so I don't actually need to add any more salt. So what I did is I added 4 tablespoons of butter, and then I'm just going to squirt some sour cream. Use your judgment on this. I mean, it's kind of what you like. I like to have, a good bit of sour cream. Again, I got bronchitis, so that's why my voice sounds like this. And people have been pretty nice when they've commented, but to the person who sent me a message saying that I'm a horrible cook and that a 12-year-old could cook the things I cook, I want to say thank you. And actually, that's a compliment, because I do make things that are simple that, your teenager can cook. You could come home and they could have this cooked. The things that I cook, I try to make as simple with as few ingredients, so a teenager could do it. You got somebody going to college for the first time, and they're learning how to cook, or they're on a very tight budget. So yeah, okay. So my recipes are simple, and there's nothing, you know, fancy smancy about it, and you know. But again, I cook simply. Number one, you know, cost savings, but also because it's just I like this. I like a simple, quick, get in the kitchen, get in and get out. So yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think I'm a horrible cook. I think that I just cook basic and simple. So anyway, I'm going to add some more milk to this so I make it good and creamy. I just want to show you the meat. As you can see, the gravy did thicken up. It's thickened now. You can make 8 patties, 6 patties. You can make as many as you want. You still would use the same amount of brown gravy. You don't need extra brown gravy from this because it does make a lot of brown gravy. I'm just making a small batch tonight. It's just me and my son tonight. So, and then I'm making some mac and cheese to go with it, just some boxed mac and cheese. I know it's 2 starches, but I just like mac and cheese with the brown gravy. It's just something I like. But you can make you some green beans to go with it. Just again, simple meal. You got hamburger, brown gravy. You got potatoes. If you've got that, then you've got a meal. I started this at 4 o'clock. It's 4:30 now. If I hadn't decided on the mac and cheese, my meal would be done. So you could be in the kitchen, out of the kitchen in 30 minutes. So I'm going to get this all finished up, just wrapped up, and then I'll show you the plate, and I'll be... Okay, so here we have the finished product. You have your Salisbury steak or hamburger steak and brown gravy. You've got your homemade mashed potatoes with a little gravy in the center, a little gravy boat. And we got some mac and cheese. Again, you can make green beans with this, corn, anything like that. You can make extra patties. You can make, 4, 6, whatever. The same thing. The same amount of onions, the same amount of brown gravy. But this gives it a real good flavor. It cooks it all the way through. It's super tender. And again, if you wanted to do more of a Salisbury steak, you can put breadcrumbs in it. You could put the onions inside of the patty, and you can brown it that way. I just do this because mainly the grandkids, and I've gotten to where I like it this way myself. The grandkids don't want to bite into a piece of hamburger meat that, that has onions in it. So just kind of a way to kind of go around their little, I don't like onions. So anyway, if y'all have any questions, let me know. If not, enjoy, y'all.